Alrighty, so it's been a few days since I fed the worms last, and we're gonna check on them and we're gonna add some more food. I have since added the smaller worms that I had separated somewhere else. And I did that actually, what day did I do it? Just a couple days ago, maybe even one day ago. But anyway, look, it's so funny. There's only one worm in there right now, but sometimes I can find multiple worms in here. So he's just moving about in there, kind of just doing his own thing. So since I've added more worms, I want to say there's about 350 worms in here, and I initially started out with about 75 worms in the very beginning. Then we slowly bumped it up, and then they've had little babies since, but just really small ones. So this is just stuff I put in here to keep it moist, and I just take that out when I do some work in here. Just put it over there in a little bucket. I added this just yesterday actually, because I put new worms in here and I just wanted a new supply of food. But the actual food that we're going to work on, I also gave them this. I had some leftover avocado. Not leftover avocado, but avocado, little tiny bit of avocado that was turning brown. And I just mixed in a little bit of oats and their regular food mixture in there for them, along with peanut shells. So the last time we were in here, which was about 3 days ago, we buried a frozen smoothie cube here, and we've been doing everything right here in the center, but I no longer see it. Huh, that's surprising. I guess it's all gone. Yeah, that's really surprising. That's weird. I don't see any worms. Where are my worms at? There you guys are. Hey, buddies. Okay. Oh, look at those big guys. Dang, look at that. Oh yeah, that one's ready for mating. See that? That's ready for mating right there. Sorry, I hope I didn't interrupt a romantic session there, but anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and just put some food here. And the last time we did a video where we made some frozen smoothie cubes, and we upcycled a toilet paper roll that was cut in half. We just poured the smoothie right in there and put it in the freezer, and it turned out pretty, kind of what I had in mind. We're just gonna test it out and do this is the first time for us, and then this frozen cube is what we've been doing, so we'll give them one of those. Okay, and then we will throw in some greens from the garden, from the tomato plant, and then this is the avocado stuffed with goodies, and we'll just go ahead and bury that. And what I wanted to do today also is just add a little bit more bedding, because since we've added more worms, I just kind of feel like we should add more bedding, because worms, not that I have a lot, but they will produce more eggs if they're not too crowded. So I just want to make sure they're just not too crowded in here, and I'm not even remotely close to capacity in this bag, and so I really want to start to increase my worm capacity. And so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of extra bedding today, and we'll let them work on that food. I've already prepared some more bedding. We're just gonna go ahead and drop it on top. Oh, you know what? Actually, I was gonna give them a little sprinkle of their regular peanut shells, cornmeal, oats, eggshell, and ground up avocado shell. And then, oh yeah, I added some pasta in here just for a treat. So we'll just do that here. Put the pasta in there. They love pasta. So there. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to dump the new bedding on top. And this is, it's a coco coir. You want to make sure you have good quality organic coco coir. And this is cardboard that I've shredded. I try my best to use stuff that's not printed on. There may be a few here and there that have a little bit of printing, but I try my best to avoid it just to keep everything as organic as possible. And then of course I get these, I rehydrate the coco coir with purified water. I always make sure that I have purified, I use purified water. And the cardboard, you also want that to have a little bit of moisture to it too. So I just kind of mix it all up, let it sit for a little while, let it absorb everything. Because I learned my lesson before, you really don't want this getting too moist in here and mushy. So I'm just gonna get all of this in there. Okay, and that's it. This was the bottom layer that seems to be quite very moist, so I can add a little bit more of the cardboard right now. Just kind of dump some in there, just kind of help absorb that moisture. Just want to make sure the moisture is controlled well, and having this bed filled up a little bit more actually will also help my back, because I found myself bending down in here way too far, and it's like I could spend hours in here if I had the time, but my back really pays for it. So I actually look forward to getting it up to this point completely filled up, and that would be a really huge relief on my back, and the worms will have more space. They can produce more, their population will grow, we'll get more worm castings out of it, so I see it as a win-win. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed my video. We will do a feeding again in another few days, and I will update you then. What do you guys like to feed your worms? And do you do smoothies for them? Do you have any particular recipes that you use that work really well? And how often do you add bedding to your worm bag or your worm bin? How many worms do you have? I'm always curious because I have so few worms compared to most people. But you know, I do very little gardening. I mean, I have a lot of different herbs and stuff, but I don't do gardening on the scale that many of you guys out there do. But I'm just curious kind of what your setup is, and you know, how many worms you got, and how often you do replenishing of bedding, and what you feed them. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you again in a few days. Thanks. Bye.